A lot of people think going to prison is the worst. They think it's the worst thing you're going to come across in your life. You know what I'm saying? What's even worse than that is when you're in prison is going to confinement. But what's even worse about going to confinement is when you find yourself back there under investigation, especially if it's over something you didn't do. Okay? Today's my birthday, y'all. Happy 33. And I felt like, what better way than to drop a video and let y'all know a time that I got put under investigation in prison and found myself in confinement on my birthday on the house. Let's do it. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. KFROG TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead, man. Do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today, I'm going to be telling y'all a story about how I found myself in confinement under investigation, okay? Now, for those that have been to prison before and those that have been paying attention to prison politics, you know when you get in trouble, they going to put you in confinement. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that, whether they call it the shoe, the hole, the box, the dungeon, etc. Okay? And, of course, the number one thing you want to do when you're inside a prison is make that time fly. You know, everybody wants that time to pass. The quicker you do the time, you know, the faster you feel like you're free and you got it over with. Confinement, time drags the slowest, believe it or not. The only good thing about confinement is normally when you go there, you know, it's for a stretch, you know, whether it's 30 days, 60 days, 90, 120, etc. You feel me? Bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, longer and longer and longer. So it's kind of like you can't do nothing about the time while you're in there. It's going to drag while you're in there. But when you get out of confinement and you land back on the compound and general population around other people, you're going to be like, damn, yeah, that shit felt like forever, but 90 days just went by, so I'm 3 months closer to my release date. You see what I'm saying? If you're someone that don't have a release date, then damn, I'm 3 months closer to, you know, my execution, or three months closer to me dying of old age in here. Whatever it is, you see what I'm saying? Confinement time is one of the slowest times possible, but when you can manage to do that, when you can manage to lock it in your head to where no matter where they put you, no matter where you serving your time at, it's all the same shit, they'll never be able to break you. You get what I'm saying? Some people, they throw in there and they lock them in there and they throw away the key and they feel like that solitary is going to break them. And it can break you, okay? It doesn't break everybody though, all right? Now, I want to tell y'all how I got placed inside of confinement under investigation, right? And I felt like this was the perfect time to do it because today's my birthday. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a video, you know, no days off. You feel me? I'm just going to tell them how I landed in confinement. And I had to spend time in confinement on my birthday. Just a birthday gone on the house for something I didn't even do, all right? So first things first, I'm going to tell y'all when the people's birthdays come, or whether it's holidays or anything like that inside of prison, the first thing people want to do is turn up, have fun, eat good, hang out. You know what I'm saying? Do shit that, you know, you normally could do if you wanted to, but people will go the extra mile, you know, to spend more money, you know, to have a bigger, like, get together, even though you're around these dudes all the time, you know what I'm saying? And y'all be sitting there eating your bowls of goulash and chips and soups and shit and talking every single day. But when a birthday comes, you know, people in there that are your friends, that, you know, are really your dogs, consider out of everybody in there, you know, that you're cool with, the ones that are really, really your homeboys, they're going to want to try to make sure y'all do something for your birthday. Whether they make you a cake, whether they all throw down and they cook for you, or, you know what I'm saying, or y'all get some buck and turn up, or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Now, me, at this particular time, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm trying to turn up. I said, so for my birthday, man, I'm finna get like 5 bottles of buck, and we're all gonna drink some buck, and we're gonna turn up and get crunk in this shit like we on the streets. You know, buck's what you got to deal with. Unless you want to get some real liquor, you know, smuggled in however you can. You feel me? Which it's possible. Been there, done that. You know, but it costs way more, you know, that way. And then, you know, of course, when you're inside a prison, you might as well keep it the chain gang, you know, nationality and tradition, and keep it to where, you know, you drink some homemade prison wine. Some people call it hooch, some people call it buck. So anyways, I said, man, I'm finna get like 5 bottles, y'all boys. We finna turn up. Let's do it. So my dogs were like, all right, well, shit, look here. Started giving me like bread so they could get bottles too. So I'm like, all right. For anyone who's ever, you know, been locked up when it's buck season, or when it's time to get buck specifically made, you know, the person making that buck's got to stay on top of it. You know, they got to literally like burp it. They got to do so much shit and make sure that the guards can't smell it and find it, because you got people that go to confinement because their locker, their cell, the aroma gets so loud. It's such a loud and potent smell that they get caught with the liquor a lot of times before they can even, you know, hand it out to everybody, you know. So regardless, boom. So I get myself in some shit because I'm like, man, all right, now that I want this buck, I'm going to get it. So by me wanting to go get it, the dude who was known for making like the best buck on the compound, the problem is he didn't stay on my side of the compound. He stayed on the other side of the compound. So it's like, all right, so I'm going to have to violate and go over there. What violating means you're out of area, which means that you literally, you know, you're somewhere you're not supposed to be. And then guards are familiar with faces, which means if they worked in that dorm over there and they didn't work in your dorm, they ain't seen you as much, so they know you're not in that dorm. Or if they know the compound that good, then they'll know, oh, you're down there from, you know, B dorm. What you doing down over here near D dorm? Or whatever the number of dorms are on that compound. You feel me? So I went over there, decided, you know what, let's go do it. I'm doing that shit myself. It's my birthday. Felt like nobody could touch me. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't my birthday yet, but you got to get shit in rotation when it comes to buck. That shit ain't made just in one day. You feel me? So I said, man, I'm going down that way. You feel me? I'm going to make everything. I already put the order in when we went to Chow a few days before that. The dorm that the buck man was in happened to be in Chow when we were there. That's when I put my order in. I said, look, how much you finna charge me? He says, oh, normally I charge $8 to $10 per bottle. I said, okay, well, what if I get 10 of them? If I get 10 bottles, you got to cut me some type of deal. You feel me? He was like, if you get 10 of them, I'll do $5 a bottle. I said, all right, I call that. I want to lock it in. He was like, all right, boom. I said, why? What you need? You need like a deposit, like something up front or what? He was like, don't worry about it. I'm like, all right, boom. Next thing you know, he puts that shit all together and everything. I get word that I got to go down there and pick it up, right? This ain't my first time either, you know, walking across the pound, grabbing shit and doing different things. And I remember one time I walked all the way across the pound with buck inside of canteen bags and never got stopped. And the whole pound was like locked down. I was the only inmate walking. So like I seen guards on the whole other side of the damn fence, like because it was shaped like a racetrack. And I seen the guards and I just kept walking with them. You feel me? I was like, boy, they're finna catch me. There ain't no way you could deny this. You know, you're the only inmate out here. They're going to see what it is you have on you. And I made it. Mission complete that time. So this time, I go down there. When I go down there, boom. I go to the dude's dorm when the buck's made. I'm inside the dorm hanging out and everything like that. And literally, he's in there with a bowl, like a prison bowl. He's in there with a bowl and he's scooping and he's filling all the bottles. So by the time I get in his room and I look, he's got, I'd say, about 6 of them. There's about 6 of them already made. You know, there's literally like, he's got 4 more to go. So while I'm in there, I'm like, shit, you know, so I ain't just posted up in your room like this, you know, I'm going to blend in. I'm going to walk around. I got a couple homeboys that are in that dorm. So I'm over here talking. And then it dawned on me, boom. I was like, oh shit. I might as well go ahead and put my name and my number on the scoreboard. Because, you know, for people who've been locked up, y'all know how the score sheet is, where you get your little slots and squares that you want when it comes to, like, betting. Like, when you bet on, like, a football game, if it isn't a football ticket, they got actual betting where you can pay for squares to put your name on the board. And then whoever lands on them scoreboards and them spots at the end of each quarter, you know, that's who wins for that quarter. So I'm over there, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. I call that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm over here. I'm putting my name on there. It was like $3 for 2 squares or some shit like that. And I'm over here just killing time while he fills up the next couple things. Next thing you know, an altercation goes down inside this dorm, right? Someone ends up getting stabbed. When this person gets stabbed, there is blood absolutely everywhere in this dorm upstairs. Now, I don't know. You know, of course, it's loud inside of a dorm in general. You feel me? So this was a 2-man cell door. So when I'm walking up the stairs to see if the dude's done and shit like that, I see that there's like blood drops all on the floor up there. You know, so I guess the people who got into it or whatever tried to like, you know, like duck off camera. And even the person that got stabbed, I guess, tried to, you know, keep it on the down low as well. But blood itself leaves a trail, you know. I don't even really notice that much blood at first, right? Now, the whole crazy thing is I once got in trouble before for having blood on my shoes, you know what I'm saying? And they cuffed me up and shit like that. Thought I had something to do with someone getting stabbed. And a guard actually stood up and was like, oh, nah, he didn't have that blood on his shoes a minute ago. That blood was on the floor. He stepped on it. And they uncuffed me and shit like that. I was at a different camp. Well, me, as I was walking to the Buckman cell, I'm looking at the officer station and I'm like riding the wall, which means like I'm like leaning on the wall a little bit as I'm looking. You feel me? And as I'm doing that, I'm not paying attention. Fucking blood was on the wall from the dude. So I smeared right into some blood without even noticing, without even paying attention, shit like that. And when I walk inside the dude's room to get the buck and I'm talking to him and shit, I'm like, boy, somebody just got wet out here, boy, in your quad. He's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. He's like, boy, you got blood on your shirt. You feel me? And I'm looking. I'm like, oh, shit. Next thing you know, the dude who ended up getting stabbed was already banging on the glass. You know, he needed medical attention. You feel me? Banging on the glass. So as I'm looking, I'm hearing the banging as I'm telling them, hey, someone just got stabbed. You know, and I'm thinking like, why's this got to happen right now? They come in there. First things first, when they come in there, everyone lock it down, lock it down. They want everyone to run in their cells. Right? I'm like, shit. Wasn't no cells that I could get to in time like empty of an inmate. Like, you feel me? There was no cell for me to go lock in and act like I lived in that cell. You get what I'm saying? So I'm there and I'm like, at the end of the day, it's like, you feel me? When I went to go out of the thing, first I tried to take my shirt off because I had blood on there. You feel me? Next thing you know, everyone's locking it down, locking it down. Them guards come right around. That one officer says, you, cuff up, cuff up. And I'm like, man, what are you talking about? He's like, you don't live it. I'm like, fuck. They got me, put me on my knees, put me in handcuffs, laid me down on the ground, put their fucking knee in my back, put me in handcuffs. Now, for people who don't know me, that are in that dorm, that are housed in there, they're looking around at me like I'm the one who just stabbed this person. You know what I'm saying? In all reality, I know it looks like I did, you know, and people would never really know if I did or not, but I didn't. You know, that's just what I'm going to say regardless. If I did it or not, I'm going to say I didn't. So I'm like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, you feel me? I'm like, man, hell no, you feel me? I was just violating. That's what I kept telling them. I was like, I was just violating. I was just violating. You know, like, I didn't, you feel me? Regardless, they cuffed me. They get me up. Got blood on my shirt, right? Take me, do my pre-physical and everything, place me in confinement under investigation. For those that don't know how it is when you're under investigation back there in confinement, when you're back there, you do not get no DR, which is a disciplinary report. You do not get no write-up, none of that. You sit back there under investigation, and they leave you back there. You know what I'm saying? Some people say, oh, you can stay under investigation for 45 days. Some people say 30 days. Some people say 6 months. Some people say a year. However long they want to keep you back there, they have ways of doing it. You understand? They can literally, if it's 45 days, they can literally on your 43rd day serve you a DR. And then wait a week because you're going to have to go to DR court to get sentenced before they actually hand you your DC time, which is your disciplinary time. And then within that week, they can throw that DR out. Write a whole nother fake one. Like, they have ways of keeping you back there. I've had homeboys that sat back there and they'd write DRs on them. And then before DR court comes, they'd throw it out and then serve them another DR. Right before DR comes, they throw it out, serve them another DR, and just kept hitting them, railroading them with the same fake DRs just to keep them back there.
You know, so it's their world. They can keep you back there as long as they want to. And this wasn't my first time under investigation. I've been under investigation probably like 7 times already at this time. You feel me? At that camp and different institutions. But it was the fact that I'm like, damn, dog. Here I'm back there, right? And first thing on my mind is like, man, it's what I get for going there myself. You know what I'm saying? Normally, I got runners. You know, I normally send people. They're usually the ones that go back there, grab the shit from me, do whatever, you know, have them run around, do what they got to do. You feel me? I ain't got time to be everywhere at the same time. You feel me? Sure enough, dog, I'm back there in confinement. And all I kept saying is, I was letting them know I was just violating. You feel me? But instead of giving me the petty little, you know, out of area DR, unauthorized area DR, which was like 15 days, that's what it would have carried. So I would have sat on AC confinement, which is administrative confinement. And I would have been back there for like, let's say a week, because they got a week to serve you your DR. I would have been back there about a week, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, they would have gave me 15 days in the box. So they would have changed my status from administrative confinement to DC confinement. You know, and then the 15 days, I could have did the whole 15, they got back on the pound, or they could have credited me the 7 towards the 15, which they never really do, you know, unless it's overcrowded back there and they just try to punish people a little bit and then let them get back on the pound because you got real people for real deal DRs and shit coming through here. You know, they need the space. So I was trying to get that DR, you know what I'm saying? Here, I'm trying to take a DR just so that way I'm not sitting back here during the waiting process. You feel me? And it didn't work. I sat back there under investigation. My birthday was 2 days later. You know what I'm saying? And like, it just sucked because I remember sitting there and I didn't have a bunkie. And I remember just sitting there pacing back and forth inside of the cell, talking to myself and shit for my birthday. And that bitch singing in my head, singing songs out loud. I ain't have no music, no nothing. On the house, they had me back there under investigation for the stabbing. You feel me? And it's just crazy because to me, it's worse being back there under investigation than it is for the confinement time. Even though you got a possibility of them just dropping the investigation and putting you back on the compound instead of having to sit until the day you know you're getting out of confinement. You feel me? Like, it just sucks. It feels like real deal dead time. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get put under investigation, like I said, you could sit back there, say 36 days go by, right? They hit you with a DR finally. Right? Wait a week. You get served that DR now. Bam. They throw the DR out. Do it again. Bam. They throw that DR out. Or if they do want to ride you back there, say 37 days and then hit you with the DR finally, or get to like 42 and a half days. Right when you think that, you know, 45, they got to let me out. That's what they say. You know, but say it was 43 and a half days and they serve you that DR, right? They could give you a 15-day DR, a 60-day DR, you know, whatever it is, and they ain't gonna credit you the time you sat on investigation. See, that's another thing. So it's like if you sit back there 43 days and then they give you a 15-day DR, it ain't like, oh, you get out. No. That means you're going to wait a week, then they serve you, bam. And then you finally get put on DC confinement, boom. And then next thing you know, bam. Now you did 43 plus the 15 days, plus the week you sat because after that. So you're looking like, damn, bro. Out of a 15-day DR, I just gave y'all 2 months. You see what I'm saying? And to me, it was just crazy because it was like, that was one of my birthdays just thrown out the window. Which, don't get me wrong. Every year spent inside a prison on a birthday or a holiday was a waste of one. You feel me? But one thing my dad told me when I was younger, and it stuck with me still to this day, is don't worry about them because you're gonna have plenty more. Don't worry about the streets. Don't feel upset on birthdays and holidays because you're gonna have plenty more to live. And that's facts. And that's stuck with me ever since I was little. So at the end of the day, there was nothing they could really do to keep me down or make me feel down and out about being locked up on my birthday. Think about it. Birthdays are just another day, you know, in my eyes. And since I grew up like that, look at me. I'm here right now on my birthday, telling y'all a video, breaking it down with y'all. Man, I got so many people blowing my phone up like, What are we finna do, dog? What's the deal? I said, man, I'm finna do this video real quick. What you mean? It's your birthday, bro. You're supposed to take the day off. Yeah, I know, but at the same time, you know, people that watch my channel, my viewers, my subscribers, I look at y'all like friends of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are a part of me, if not more than the people I know on the streets, believe it or not. I spend so much time and dedication on YouTube, whether it's this channel or on KFROG Gaming, my other one. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it just felt off for me not to drop regularly like I do at schedule. You feel me? And I just want to show people that you always have another birthday. You feel me? I got placed under investigation for a stabbing and missed out on the whole buck situation and everything. And check this out, because I wanted to keep my face clean, right? When that shit all happened with the police coming down there and everything, the dude who made the buck got caught up with the buck because they ended up doing a search. And since that dude got caught up with the buck and I wanted to keep my face clean, I was in confinement. When he came to confinement, I was under investigation. I sent my card. This was before they started deactivating your cards. I sent my card out with the runaround, which is like the orderly, the inmate that works in confinement, and had him go hit for $50 canteen and give it to the dude inside confinement. You feel me? Like, go hit, boom, boom, boom. I made him write a list, even though I didn't get the buck, but I got the buck knocked off. You feel me? So I gave him some food while we were back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even have to do that. You feel me? But I did. You know, the police didn't come down there because of me, but he did have buck in his room because of me. You see what I'm saying? That's, I want to keep my face clean just in case when I hit the pound, if I ever need buck again, dude ain't got to worry if he gets caught going to confinement. He'll whip that shit up in the middle of a lockdown just because he knows, boy, Frog gonna take care of me if I get put in confinement for this shit anyways. You see what I'm saying? But the whole moral of the story is me getting put in confinement over a stabbing that they think I did, you know. And what was crazy is the person who made the buck even thought I did the stabbing. Because he was like, well, technically you weren't in my room. You walked out of my room and went to go do something else and then came back, you feel me, and was like, hey, bro, someone just got wet in your dorm. You got blood all on the side of your shirt. You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You feel me? Things happen to people all the time, you feel me? And some people get away with it, some people don't. Some people get caught up, you know what I'm saying, and accused of shit too, you know? At the end of the day, it's a dangerous place inside of prison. My videos are not to promote going to prison, all right? My videos are to let you know how grimy and snakish and ruthless it can be inside of prison. Somebody that's closest to you can stab you. Some people will look you in your face and stab you. Some people will do it behind your back. Some people will lie and say it wasn't them. Some people will try to get away with it. Some people won't. Some will get caught. Wrong people get accused, etc. You feel me? But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, today's my birthday, and I'm glad that I got to drop this video with y'all. Pisces gang, today makes 33, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed for another year. Plenty more to go. All right? But anyways, y'all drop in the comment section, man. Let me know if y'all ever got put under investigation for something you didn't do when you was incarcerated. If you ever seen somebody that didn't have nothing to do with the situation get hemmed up and put in confinement and you were on the pound like, damn, that ain't even who did it. Look, they got the wrong guy. You know, in your mind like, damn, he got the shit end of the stick. Or have you ever got away with something that you may have done? You feel me? Or have you ever got caught at something you may have done and you just was this close to getting away with it, but you weren't? You feel me? And you got caught up, but since they didn't have any proof, they couldn't really do nothing. You feel me? But hold you. If you're someone like that, drop it in the comment section, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, lying ass motherfuckers off YouTube. Keep all them out your circle, man, and get you some money. At the end of the day, man, just remember, like I always say, I am my team. You should be your team too. Till next time, this the one and only Frog.
I'm a criminal. I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal. Yeah, I'm a criminal.